Hey, thank you. Sitting here in the office with my associates, we were talking about many questions that people have on structured water, and we were going over these things, and it really struck me again how important structured water is. One of the things that Larry and I have talked about is that when you're dealing with water coming out of any other type of water purification or polishing the water or acidifying or doing anything else with the water or oxidizing, alkalizing, whatever, you still end up with dead water. And when you follow the dynamics of water and you pass water, say, out of a well system or any system through any type of reverse osmosis or whatever, you've absolutely rendered the water as dead water. So the important thing to realize is that as water tumbles down that mountain stream, it naturally, going over rocks and turbulence, it creates the structuring of the water. That's why if you've ever drunk from a mountain stream, immediately you feel, oh my gosh, that's so much more refreshing. Well, that's really a fraction of what the Halo system does with the WS. The water structure with Halo takes the water and puts it into a double helix molecular structure. So now you've got microclusters, molecules into microclusters that are able to permeate the cell membrane much more effectively. And not only that, but that's where we begin. So once you take that water from whatever source you choose, whatever filtration, whatever, when you take it and you structure it, you immediately change the molecular microcluster of that water to be far more effective at hydrating and flushing out toxins and oxygenating the cells themselves. You get all the benefits of structured water inside the body. Not only that, but as Larry said, that's where we start. Then you, after you use the WS and structure that water, order it into structure, then what you do is you put the Halo harmonics and the water clusters, those microclusters, they start to resonate with the botanical energies. Now you're way beyond anything out there. And as I was saying, then you've got a water structure that permeates the cell membrane and Trojan horses in all these beautiful, powerful harmonics from natural extractions. I don't work with homeopathy at all. These are actual botanical extractions. So it takes those energies, carries them into the cell. The body knows what to do with those energies, just like your Ferrari knows what to do with a tank of wonderful high-octane gasoline. And now you've got a machine that's running on all cylinders. We've seen incredible results just with the structured water and harmonized water itself. I've worked with people in many different conditions. Literally, as you look at the MT system and all that it does, and structuring those harmonics, you get those results by putting those energies into the cells. The cells go, oh my. And what the medicinal mushrooms do, as far as harmonizing energies, as far as keying knowledge into cells, and on into all the myriad things that botanicals do, you've got those all and you're drinking your Halo therapy. Now that you've structured your water with a WS and you've turned it from dead water to living water, we start with the first vial in the system, which is CBD. CBD was designed using the stress reduction system, adding even more botanicals to it, and adding CBD. And let me go over a couple of questions real fast. If you use the CBD, will you test positive for any THC or marijuana or drug? Absolutely not. using the harmonics in the system, you'll never test positive for any of the individual fractions. Harmonics are totally different than drinking physical or ingesting physical form. So is it a THC in there that's going to get you high or take you on a trip? Absolutely not. We're talking medicinal CBD, and what it does is it goes in and gives you all the benefits of anti-stress. Now, we learn just by basic reading over health studies that 90% of all diseases caused by stress. So you've got to go in and you've got to give the body that serenity. You've got to give the mind those harmonics to overcome panic attack and anxiety and self-destructive behavior, despair, sadness, anger, rage. All of these, I've talked to people and they say, I'm just angry today. I don't know why. Well, the thing is, there's mental chemistry. I'm going to go real basic on this. And when you start to balance that mental chemistry by using the CBD and also the MD, we'll get to that in a minute, the mind system, you're going to be able to feel the most beautiful calmness and serenity. In dealing with neural regenerative actions, in dealing with MS, ALS, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, dementia, senior onset dementia, ringing in the ears, tinnitus, neurological conditions, seizures, stroke recovery, all of those harmonics and many more as far as pain, anti-pain, anti-inflammation, dealing with all of that. All of those systems are now in CBD. Very, very, very powerful. And it gives you such an emotional support. And it gives you a deeper state of meditation. It gives you the ability to have mental clarity, mental focus. Your life, just the ease and the flow of life starts to open up. And that's what CBD brings to you. And especially when you put that in your water and you drink that throughout the day, you're drinking your halotherapy. DF is defend. That's going to strengthen the immune system and harmonize the cell to be able to protect against, in other words, on a prophylactic basis or a defense basis, you're going to be able to work as an anti-pathogen device. And it's going to be antiviral, antibacterial, anti-yeast, anti-mold, antifungal. So it's going to support the body, and a lot of the crisis management was put into this vial also. You've got the Lyme system, you've got longevity, you've got prostate protect, kidney protect, liver protect, parasite, anti-parasite. You've got all these wonderful systems in the DF so that you fortify the immune system, so that you do not get these problems, or your body can address them as powerfully and protect yourself as powerfully as possible. So the DF is generally thought of a defense mechanism, defend, before your body would even really accommodate any pathogenic invasion. That's the beautiful thing about defend. We'll get to that and the UV, how they correspond and interact later. The next system is the mind system. In the mind, I strove to work with a system, develop a system that would give you absolute mental focus, mental clarity. So that my professional healthcare people could work with opiate addiction, painkiller addiction. It gives you the absolute blazing intelligence. If you've ever had a moment in your life where you thought, man, I am mentally vibrant. I'm like a Dodge Viper. It's not 8 cylinders, man. I'm firing on 10. In fact, I might be firing on 12 cylinders today. That's what the mind does, especially when you combine it with the CBD vial. And so working again with dementia and autism, neural regeneration, and all these other things. And people love the vial lucid dreams. It's where you step out of this existence, you go to sleep, and you step into another vibrant existence. We're not talking of LSD or something like a drug trip or something like that. We're talking about absolutely vivid, lucid dreams and being able to remember those dreams when you wake up. So it's amazing what was put into the mind. Originally, when I started combining systems, I combined the emotional, mental, and neural systems. And I went way beyond that work with the MD, so that you've got the absolute state of the art working with the mind and the nervous system, and also being neuroprotective as well, in combination using the MD with the CBD will give you the most beautiful, beautiful night's sleep. And people are so stressed out. Let's de-stress. Let's give you a beautiful night's sleep. And those are the testimonials we're getting back, is user after user after user is saying, oh man, I feel so de-stressed. I feel not distressed, de-stressed. And I'm having the best night's sleep I've ever had in years. So that's the advantage of MD and adding it with CBD. The next system is MT, which is multiple therapy system. The Halo system blossomed out to over 270 plus vials at one point, or systems. And we're talking everything from anti-addiction and allergies, and analgesic being pain reduction, anti-inflammatory, and on, COPD, stroke recovery also, and headache, migraine relief, and working with so many different levels. The system got to the point where doctors said, is there anything you can do to make this easier to use? And I took that system and I put it back, or all those vials, into what was called the A-V, or Addictions All the Way Through Viral. Then I further combined it with crisis management and came out with the Doc in a Box, or DB system. And then I took the Ageless series, combined all of the above, and it became the MT. So the easiest thing to do is read the user manual or go online and look at the support materials we have for MT. And it's easier to say what's not in the MT than what's in it, but it integrates and crosses perfectly into the CBD, the DF, the MD, and the UV. So the MT in most cases is going to be that healthcare professional or that home user's go-to system for hundreds of conditions, and it'll give the body the energies it needs to be able to regulate the system and be able to once again enjoy the health that comes from God through botanicals into the physical system that was designed to repair and sustain itself. The final vial or system in the new system is Ultimate Viral. And Ultimate Viral is really easier said, ultimate anti-pathogenic, because you're going to be working antibacterial, anti-fungus, anti-yeast, anti-mold, and all anti-pathogenic invasion. So once you may have something, or know that you do, or you're starting to feel under the weather, or you're starting to cough, or you're starting to have what you can go online and see that you have, oh, I think I've got symptoms for this and that and whatever, that's the time when you want to really hit the UV and use those harmonics directly. Use those harmonics in your water, combine it at that point with the DF, and you've got an absolute super system for anti-pathogenic. In fact, what I do in my water every day when I structure new bottles of water, I structure WS first to structure the water, and I put in everything. I just call it Mike's kitchen sink. CBD, DF, MD, MT, UV. You're covered. It'll give you the things that you need. So all of the vials are perfect integration with one another. And to date, this is the most perfect presentation I've ever done with the Halo system. And I think that pretty much sums up the system. There's a lot more to learn. You can call our customer support team. You can go online. We have many videos. We have many support materials. A lot of time and effort and work has been spent on providing those things for you to learn. And we just shot another video today, and we're not going to call this, but I said, well, it's kind of a Halo potpourri. If you have general questions, a lot of questions that we've been asked, a lot of them now are addressed in what I call, and it won't be called that, but it's Halo potpourri. In other words, it's more questions and answers and questions and answers and schooling you. And folks, when you get the system, have fun with it. This is to have fun and joy in life. Use it. Feel better. Feel more vibrant. Feel that energy. You're going to love how you feel.